Hello, everybody. This is Dark Knight 316, and this is the Roundtable Podcast, episode 16. I'm with special guest.
Robert Wheeler Gaming.
Yep, we're back with another episode of our podcast. What are we drinking today? Well, he brought me this Bang Apple Crisp. Sounds pretty crispy.
Then I took this Rainstorm Kiwi blend.
So that's a good one. And then I'm drinking it out of a Batman mug.
I'm just doing my old school bad guys one. If
Yeah,
you can see that one. But
and it's not the Razor Ramon one.
hopefully you can hear that pour. Oh yeah, hear that pour. That one filled up a whole 12-ounce can filled up my mug.
Yeah.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
Can't do it right-handed.
All right.
So what you got in store for us?
First story issue is about the game called Roblox. As you can see here, what happened with Roblox is, from what I can understand, is it's a kids game that's like a kids platform that's kind of like Steam, where you can play different games.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is that there's a lot of predators on there that are trying to go after kids.
Okay.
This one YouTuber, his name is Schlep, he said that he was confronted with a bunch of these predators when he was younger playing on Roblox. And now he goes around on Roblox with him and his team trying to catch these predators so that then they don't hurt kids or try to confront kids for bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, since he's been doing this, he's caught 6 predators, and they've all been, to law enforcement, so they've all been arrested.
Okay.
Well, because he's been doing this, Roblox doesn't like that. So Roblox sent the cease and desist, telling him that he can't do that stuff on there, and he's trying to, obviously fight this, because he's saying, why are you against child predators
Mm-hmm.
if you're a company that does a child predator? Well, you find out that the CEOs and stuff like that, they really don't care, because now they're trying to promote a dating app with a Roblox that is pretty much kind of like geared towards kids, because basically Roblox is kind of like Minecraft, where you create different things.
I've never played this game, so
I've never played this game either. I've never heard of it.
So let's check out the article. So this is Roblox.
Yeah.
Roblox Corporation is banning prolific predator hunter. Can we say that on YouTube?
I don't know.
I guess we are now, right?
Yeah.
From the platform, it issued them a cease and desist order penned by the company's lawyers, as revealed in recent days. Schlep,
Yeah.
a YouTuber with over 640,000 followers, well, that's good for him. He's got a good amount. Has revealed a battle with Roblox that stems from his predator hunting activities. I ain't got my glasses, so I can't. So Schlett claims he has directly influenced the rest of 6 predators using Roblox ecosystem for nefarious activities, and historically has joined forces with other creators to trap and catch wrongdoers. He's now being pursued by Roblox Corporation, which is eager to clamp down on his work, but the Free Schlep campaign is fighting back. So
yeah, and then pretty much he says he's caught 6 so far. He can sleep well at night knowing that he's caught these people away from abuse.
So I don't know this game. So if you guys know this game, walk me through how this game is. So it's like a Lego, because the guy looked like a Lego, or is it Minecraft?
It's kind of like it's a block. It's called Roblox. So it's basically a block like people that you create, and you can create different games. And then there's also games that you can like select to kind of like create.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a social media type game, but geared towards kids.
It's So I'm confused on this. So why is it so popular?
The kids love
I mean,
it.
I don't
I
get
mean,
it.
it's kind of like Minecraft.
So
It's just
I
like
create a block
you,
character and then I walk around and start talking to people.
talking to people, you interact, you play games.
So
you
then
can,
why do I
stuff
need,
like that.
because I always hear people talking about they want Roblox cards.
Because you do that to buy it for like your avatar to have like
So they don't have free
different
avatars.
designs and stuff like that. No, it's all paid stuff like that. Like, well, you have a free avatar, but like if you wanted a skin or a certain like hat or whatever like that, you have to have those V-Bucks to go buy it.
What are the trophies like for this game?
Or if you buy like the different games that are within Roblox, you have to have V-Bucks for it, and or Roblox bucks, whatever.
Okay, so
it's called
I guess the season sister is because it's engaging in endangerment conversations, sharing,
Yeah.
soliciting personal identification,
Yeah.
directing users to move. So the claim is that Shrep and his team are directly undermining Roblox safety efforts.
But
that doesn't. It sounds like,
like-
he's basically saying, "Hey, I found this guy.
yes,
This guy's trying to do some wrong things.
exactly. And
Can you take care of it?" And they don't want to.
Roblox view is they're protecting these people.
So they're protecting the
predators,
the people that. That's all innocent. So if this CEO is pushing, you said, a dating app of Roblox, so you create your Roblox dating profile and
basically to try to hook up with other people.
But you don't. It's like imaginary.
But with this dating app, you create your avatar and then you try to meet in real life.
But it's still, I created an avatar that's imaginary to meet up in real life. So like, if people care about your avatar don't look good or something, then like your avatar don't look like the same person you came in, like something. That's weird.
And then what's the problem with this here is it's not getting a lot of traction. Like, I didn't even know anything about this, but I was watching other YouTubers and they were like they got noticed on this.
Yeah.
And it happens in like this guy lives in Texas.
Okay.
And
that's a good state.
Usually we don't do politics on this podcast, but he went out to go talk to, or on X he tagged Ted Cruz to tell Ted Cruz like, hey, this is what's going on, and like stuff like that, like make some type of bill or whatever to protect these kids, but hasn't heard anything from it. So a lot of the YouTubers that have just got that's the CEO.
So is it? Oh, that's the CEO.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is that what I've never heard this guy Schlep. So
he looks like a kid. Like if they show him.
If I'm if I don't know, I've never heard of.
But the headquarters of Roblox is in California.
Is it?
It's in Mateo, California, I think it is.
Well, that makes sense then, right?
But it's in California. So see, here's where it says, recently in a bizarre twist, it was suggested that Roblox might soon host a dating platform that users can lean on to find love in Roblox, rather than meeting people in real life.
Okay, so wait, hold on.
So basically, they're promoting that stuff.
Yeah, but Roblox is mainly it has a rating that isn't for kids, but it's mainly for kids, and then they're creating
Roblox is mainly for kids.
So then they're creating a dating hosting platform of Roblox that is directed mainly towards kids.
Correct.
That make sense.
But they're trying to do, because they said that they don't want anybody to be lonely, and so you can create your avatar.
But it doesn't make
so
sense because is it technically a dating platform for people like 18 and over?
It's supposed to be.
But you're hosting because you don't want anybody to be lonely, so you're hosting for under the 18. That seems kind of you're kind of in a it's kind of over the edge for a game. I mean, plus I will probably never play this game because it doesn't interest me.
Yeah,
but
I would never play it either.
But I hope this guy Schlep, hopefully everything is taken care of in his favor.
Yeah,
it sounds like to me from what we're reading, he's doing a good job of trying to help stop the.
Yeah, because he said that when he was playing this when he was younger, the predators were trying to get
So
in.
this guy's like in his 20s now.
I believe.
And
I
this
mean,
game's been going on for a while.
he still looks young.
Okay.
From when I saw the
That's
pictures
good,
of
look
him
at
and
me.
stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
old.
he still looks young. So
That's
at first
good.
I thought it was a teenager trying to fight back, but
Are we able to click on his video and
I don't know if this is his video or if it's the other guy's video, but maybe we could shout out to him, Schlep, or yeah.
let me
So
turn the volume down?
This video isn't going to be your typical video. This video is actually a call for help, and I need everybody to share this video. The Roblox Corporation has sent a cease and desist letter to me, a 22-year-old, versus a multi-billion-dollar company, threats of litigation, because I catch predators on their platform. Within the last year, me and my team have gotten 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community. Almost all of them have admitted to doing this before to other Roblox users. Every account that I've owned on Roblox since I was 8 years.
So if he said he's 22, it's happening to him.
it would happen to him. I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago.
So this game has had he had to be like 17
13
or something like that. However old he is.
Yeah.
So this game has been out a while.
Yeah.
Well,
it's been out from what I can remember. It's been out a good while on there because I remember when I used to work in retail that we would sell those Roblox cards.
And it's been
So,
that long. Wow.
Yeah. So it's been around there and it's gained more popularity. It's kind of like, I don't remember if you.
It's not like a Fortnite.
Not really.
No.
But
Okay.
back in the day, do you remember that penguin type game?
I do not.
Called,
I do not remember.
I can't remember what it is, but basically it was like they used to sell cards for this one penguin game that was geared towards kids, and you basically buy the bucks to get your penguin avatar. So it's similar to that. So it's been around a good 20 years plus.
Has it? Wow.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but this needs to get more traction on it so more people can get to it, because if more eyes get onto this and it actually gets to the Congress people, maybe stuff can actually happen up on it so we can protect the kids from playing the games, because these kids online should have a space where they could play and not have to worry about getting
not get hit up by these people trying to
from these kids. Yeah. So this is the thing that all YouTubers that are in the gaming section needs to talk about it. So if IGN doesn't talk about it, Kotaku doesn't talk about it, all those the gaming sites that don't even talk about it, don't even bring it up, then according to them, then they're complicit into the stuff, because they're the ones that say, oh, if you don't say anything on it, then you're just as bad as the people that are doing it. So we need to bring up, many YouTubing, influencers or whatever like that to have this put up there. And we're not a big channel.
We're not
on there, and we're going and
but
doing
what?
this
I
information
think if you're going to, because I don't know who Schlep is, because I'm not in this community.
I didn't even know who he was either.
You know what? Like, it sounds like to me he's doing a good job, and to me, I think if you're going to report on him, just hashtag free Schlep is what it talks about here. Just hashtag that and get this guy some support to be able to get more notices. What he's talking about, we only watched a little bit of his video, but
it's 8 minutes long. You can see it on YouTube if you need to.
Yeah, credits to Schlep, but hey, you know what? We're out here. We're gonna throw you a little support to be able to, like we said, we're small guys, but we appreciate what you're trying to do out here.
Yeah.
And, hopefully you gain more traction. We're praying that your lawsuit is, they kind of, Roblox comes to their senses and drops a lawsuit for you. So definitely we're here to support you, and we hope
and other channels do the same and support you.
We hope everything turns out good for you.
Yeah. So on our next news on here, Squareenix Financials.
I'm gonna X out of that one.
There we go. Here. So they're really not doing so hot.
Well, it says their profits are up.
Yeah, but not as well.
1,900%.
So Square Enix is a weird company because they have high expectations on games being sold for it to be good. So at first they were complaining that they weren't making a lot of money because their games were exclusive to the Sony platform. So then they said, well, we need more money, so we're going to make it multi-platform going forward.
Well, let's see. So Square Enix core video game business experienced a 1900 uptick in profit during the second quarter of the calendar year, ending the 3-month period 1 billion yen in the black. However, the company's latest financials still show some signs of concern for investors. So let's see. So after peaking in 2022, so what would have come out in 2022 that would have
Final Fantasy?
no, because Final Fantasy Rebirth came out in 2024. So wouldn't it 2022 have been all of their other games like Valkyrie
and all those ones?
like things like that? So I'm guessing. I'd have to look it up, but let's see. So after peaking in 2022, Square Enix operating profit has been on a decline for 2 years before fully returning to growth in late 2024, which makes sense because of Rebirth. However, its overall financials for the fiscal year of 2025 that ended this March revealed a 20% operating income decline from 40 billion yen to 32 billion yen, the equivalent of 216 million based on today's exchange rate.
Yeah.
So let's see, on August 8th, Square Enix published its financial reports for the first quarter of the fiscal year 2026, April through June 2025. The report was another mixed bag from the Japanese gaming
So
giant.
it says right here, the decline is largely attributed to lack of high-profile Square Enix games during the recorded period. It says, however, noted by the gamer, operating profit at HD console PC video game segment rose from 0.5 billion to 1 billion yen, which is a 1900% increase. This is the margins rebound to lower development costs, amortization, and reduced marketing spend compared to second quarter of the calendar year. In plain terms, Square Enix sold fewer big games, but also 8 fewer past project costs and spent less on advertising, so its profits in the HD segment rose. So it shows here, their MMO operating both declined, but mobile operating profit marginally increased. Units volume also slipped, with Square Enix selling only 4.1 million physical copies and digital games during the quarter, which is down 8.65 compared to 4.3 million for in the 12 months. So basically what Square Enix was trying to say is that basically the going multi-platform didn't really help them. They had more profit when they were just exclusively to Sony because people were going to the systems and buying it because of those games. Now that they went multi-platform, and you can see that with Final Fantasy 16, that they didn't really make that much of a profit for Final Fantasy 16 because it went multi-platform. Like, people on Xbox really didn't care too much. So since it doesn't look too good, they're hoping that they can rebound by putting their games on Switch 2, because pretty soon I believe the remake and Rebirth is coming to Switch 2. So
they are coming. Yeah, I can't.
So,
I'm gonna get it again just because I want to play it on
so
there.
they're hoping that does, but they did. What made them profit was all those 2D HD games, kind of like Octopath Traveler, the Dragon Quest games, like the Dragon Quest 3, 1 and 2.
So I looked it up because this one said that 2022, right? So they said that it was in 2020 notable games: Triangle Strategy, Live Alive, Forspoken, Valkyrie Elysium, Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
But I don't know about 16 because I thought 16 came out in 2023.
Well, it could have.
Might have been late. And then they said they also launched remasters and ports like Crisis Core.
Yeah, see, so.
And Tactics Ogre Reborn.
Yeah,
so all their little games made them profit.
Yeah.
Or not considered little games, but games that they released.
But also,
like, not big name.
What didn't make them money is because they were releasing so many games that time. Because they're trying to make money from when they sold off Tomb Raider and the other companies.
And Star Ocean around that time too. So
yeah, so what they saw was their AAA games that they thought were AAA weren't selling as much as they wanted to, but the little games sold. but not as much
See-
because Square Enix has the high expectations of,
Every
we got
game
to
has
do
to be
like
assumed to
50
sell Final
billion or
Fantasy.
some kind of thing like that,
Yeah.
which doesn't necessarily mean, I mean, you still do a profit if you sold like, let's say like 6 million on it,
Mhm.
up on there because, your market is good. Like they need to lower their expectations on not everything can be Final Fantasy level sales,
Yeah.
and they gotta be realistically on like, oh well, only certain people like Dragon Quest, and we sold over expectation on Dragon Quest, so that's a good thing. Not, oh, it's a failure
Yeah,
because it didn't
but here's
get a
the
high
thing though.
profit.
So you gotta think when you're coming up with like your projections and stuff like that, you gotta say, like, if you took Dragon Quest for instance and you compared it to the last Dragon Quest, let's say where we're at 12. So let's just say 12 sold a million. Now you're saying is million, you were in profit, you spent the same amount. So now in 13, you make a million. So we're projecting to shoot for a million, but we could sell 2 million. So if you don't hit the 2 million mark, you still made a profit at a million. So I think that's
not according to them.
and that's where I
According
think
to
that they're
them,
starting to fail
they're
because
saying, oh, we didn't make any profit.
because you look if you look at games like Star Ocean, if Star Ocean made you a profit, like then it's saying that fans of Square Enix of your series, like they want Star Ocean.
They want those games like that.
because people bought it and you made a profit. Valkyrie Elysium, that game, in my opinion, wasn't as good as I remember, but if it was popular enough, made you a profit, like Live Alive, things like that.
Like Forspoken didn't sell them a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it sold like relatively okay.
Forspoken,
But
it was a good game. I will be that person who will go that route because the thing is when Forspoken first came out, you had your whole politics in it and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of people played like the first hour or two and it was like, this game is terrible.
They just played the demo. I
think
don't think most people actually
because
played past the demo part when the game came out.
That part because I platinumed that game, but I got to that portion because I thought the game looked pretty good. I didn't care whether or not the character.
Because it kind of reminded me
of
an Infamous.
It did, and the thing was once I got past that kind of like 2-3 hour mark, and everybody's like, what's her name, Frey? I forget her name, but they're like, oh, she's annoying, she's bratty, she's this. Like once I got past that part and you got used to it, then it was kind of like I started getting into the game. I personally don't care what they put in their game. If they want to put politics or whatever, how a lot of people were talking about, and it bombs, like that's on them. They don't want to sell the game, but like I played the game and I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was as bad as everybody claimed, but I think a lot of people who were reviewing the game didn't get it past, as you were saying, the demo, and then they just trashed it, and that's what ended up having Forspoken drop. Instead of actually just like it's out on the network now, you can try it and see if you actually like it. It's not as bad. Some of the mechanics, but like any game are a little clunky, but overall, I think the story is. I think the story was good enough to be able to get through the game. It took me like 50 hours to platinum it, so I obviously sat through 50 hours of this game and played it, but I don't think it was as bad as.
Yeah.
It's not a good game. It's not like Final Fantasy, if we're comparing it, but other than like it was a good enough game that if you bought it, I don't think you would have been disappointed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's also kind of like how they did it with Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, what the Shadows one, the third one, whatever it's called. I don't remember the subtitle on it. But,
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider, something like that.
Was the third one.
They were saying that game wasn't that great, and that the first one was better. Which, in my opinion, the first one was better, but this one wasn't that bad.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as good.
There's problems with it that I see because of they do these tropes like they do with Uncharted, which I'm like, why can't you just keep the game normal? Because the one trope that like I don't like, and they did that with the Uncharted series, is they put the supernatural stuff into it.
Yeah,
like you had a good game all the way up until you put the stuff that's unrealistic on there. Like I could believe that, Laura Croft could be a Tomb Raider and you don't need that stuff on it. I mean, not everything has to be like a Indiana Jones type stuff on it. And like with the first Uncharted game, like it was good up until the part where he opens the tomb and then all these like little creatures come out of it. And then ever since that, every Uncharted game had some type of supernatural element, and I'm like, you don't need that. Like, I had fun going around, like shooting the bad guys, picking up the treasures, and then learning the story about the characters. Like, I didn't need to have where oh, the Tomb of El Dorado, you opened it up, and now all these like liquor type creatures from like Resident Evil 5 like are coming up over there. Like, why did you need to put that? Why you couldn't tell a story of these bad guys just raiding tombs and trying to take your treasure that you got? And like in the second one, you went into these pyramids, and these like blue avatar looking guys are coming after you. Like, why do we need that in the game? Like, your story would have held up without adding these characters in there.
Yeah, but I think it was something different at the time, and then still trying to, like, you got to think if they made it just I don't think the characters would have been as memorable, like if you didn't have stuff like that.
I think,
but
I
people would have been
I
like,
think,
Nathan Drake, he went and killed these
yeah,
like,
but I mean,
zombie-looking
like
guys.
when they had that in the first one, like that Eddie guy, and he was working for the group to try to get in. He's like, "Oh, I'll get you, Nathan Drake," and they did like the whole shootout part. Like, that was cool on it. But like with the Tomb Raider, like in that Shadow of the Tomb Raider, oh, she gets the tries to go and get this treasure, and then it like turns them into a god. And so like the bad guy gets the treasure, turns into a god, and now you got to prevent him from turning into a god. Like, to me, like, it didn't really need to do it, because yeah, you're raiding tombs of like old ancient artifacts and stuff like that, but you don't need to put like these deities and stuff like that into the game.
Well,
I think it would.
That's how they do it.
Yeah,
So.
I know, because they're trying to make it like, oh, it's a fantasy game and stuff like that. But I personally think, like, you could tell the story without having to put the fantasy game up on it. I'm more of, it's a Tomb Raider game, not a Tomb Raider slash, sci-fi Avatar or whatever, like that type of game.
I think the game was really good because they redid it. I kind of liked that Tomb Raider, that kind of the Uncharted things.
Yeah.
But after that, I kind of think they ruined the story, because I think it was much harder for, like, you got a really good game in the first one. It's kind of much harder to capitalize on that. Like, what are you gonna do? But I know some people don't like the first game, but overall, I mean, I thought it was good. It brought me back to the series, and I ended up buying them all. But I thought it was pretty good, so it wasn't too bad.
All right. Well, Square Enix, I mean, they'll probably still be around, especially since Final Fantasy's coming out and stuff like that. So, the next story that we'll talk about is, there's rumors that Sony is possibly going third party.
Okay.
Because Xbox has already done it, and everybody's saying that, Xbox is done. They're no longer a console, war hero, or war.
There's no more console wars.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because all their games are appearing on PlayStation, and you see all on our previous podcast where the top 5 highest selling games so far on PS5 were all Xbox games. And so, since Xbox is being more of a software company instead of a hardware company, Sony's looking into possibly doing the same, where they'll have God of War on Switch or on Xbox, and have, like their Ghost of Yotai, like all their big title games onto the other systems. And you can kind of see that they may be putting like a lot of third-party games so far on other consoles and stuff, but they're floating the possibility, because they're seeing that Xbox is making a bunch of money by putting it on, other consoles and platforms.
Yeah.
And so they're thinking about maybe doing that too.
I don't think.
I don't think it's a good thing on it, because the console war generation and the whole like oh, we're dominant and stuff like that, because Microsoft's still coming out with the system, uh, possibly in like 2 years, that's
Mhm.
supposed to rival the PS6. But if you're just doing software where you're going to be on every system, then what's the point of me buying your
Yeah,
system?
but
You know,
here's the thing too, though, is you got to look. So they put Helldivers 2.
that's
Is
the game
is
that's finally going to be coming
Helldivers
to it all.
2 going to make them money? Whereas, because you got to think like this console generation, not everybody's on Xbox. So a lot of people are like, I don't care.
Most people are on PlayStation.
Most people
now.
are on PlayStation. So it's like I think it would be more of like if they put a Mario on PlayStation, I think that would kind of like break the
Yeah,
internet.
but Nintendo
But
not
Nintendo's
doing
not going
that.
to do that, which is good.
Yeah.
I think also too you got to look at like, so if Sony really wants to do it, why don't they put Astrobot on Xbox and see how well Astrobot
Mhm.
does? Because Astrobot is now kind of like their mascot. So you think if you want to wave a flag and say I give up, like put Astrobot on it.
Yeah.
Helldivers is good because it's a multi-platform.
Yeah, because it was already you got to play with people from PC
Yeah,
anyway. So
it's a game you could play multi-platform. But
Mhm.
start putting your God of Wars, your Astrobots, your Death Strandings, and see if they do well. I don't think they will do as well. You may sell, let's say, 100,000 copies, but I don't think you're going to do as well because what's the point then of saying like you have a AAA game first party if you're putting first party games on another platform? It's no longer first party. It's
multi-platform. Yeah, exactly.
it's like yeah, Sony creates it, but now I'm putting it on.
Yeah,
I think
that's the Microsoft is what Microsoft.
I think a lot of what's happening is like I feel like Xbox is giving up because they can't figure out how to beat PlayStation and Nintendo on what they're doing with making like so much money with their consoles right now, especially like Switch 2 and Sony's still selling consoles of PS5, but like Xbox is kind of in that limbo where they're like, well, I don't know what to do because we can't sell consoles anymore, but I'll throw to you my subscription plans and we'll give you all our games.
Yeah, because Microsoft now is bringing out games from their first party companies that they bought, like I think it was like 5-6 years ago when they bought like Team Ninja and all that
Yeah,
stuff like that. You're seeing now like Ninja Gaiden 4
yeah.
is coming out,
But like
and all these other
Gears of
ones
War is
there.
coming out. I believe it's coming out this week. So my whole thing is like, okay, so you got Gears of War, which was a game I played back on the Xbox days,
Hmm.
and I would have never thought it was going to come out to PlayStation, but now you want to sell it and play it on PlayStation,
Yeah,
like so I can play your whole trilogy
it's
now.
weird. Yeah, it's weird on there.
It's done. So, and then you're going to do Halo as well. Like those were kind of like your iconic games that made Xbox.
Yeah.
And so you're just going to give them up just because you can't sell consoles anymore. Like restructure on how you're going to do things instead of pushing your subscription of Game Pass. Start actually coming up. Start spending that money on, you know, having a game, rebranding for the next generation of gamers, like things like that. And I think that's where, because you got to think of it this way. PlayStation was like, oh, they released Astrobot. It took off. Oh, it's cool. But like, who does Xbox have that's kind of like a mascot kind of,
Yeah, they don't have any.
if you wanted more adult
Mhm.
kind of players, like you had Master Chief,
You did
who
have
would have
it.
been more of kind of like the, oh, cool, like the army looking guy. Like
Mhm.
that would have been able to draw it. But then you kind of fumbled the ball with Master Chief. Now what are you going to do? Like
Mhm.
you have to come up with a new kind of new mascot that's going to bring in people. Like with Astro Bot, you made this a platformer that people are like, oh, this game's super fun.
Yeah.
So you got to come up. Like that's where I think Xbox doesn't really have platformers as much.
They don't. It's
So
mostly shooters and
shooters and like a little bit of story games,
Mhm.
things like that. I think that they need to go and like come up with a like copy basically an Astrobot and come up with your own, maybe like a space
Yeah. Well,
space guy.
I don't think that they're going to.
But I think Xbox is on the decline like when Sega was back in the day.
Yeah.
I think that's what Xbox is going to start doing.
Yep. All right. So then the next one is Nintendo possibly. Well, not possibly, but Nintendo had a direct,
Mm.
and they were showing off games on there. And I know that you're the big Octopath Traveler fan.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the one that's similar to it.
Okay.
That they're saying that it's kind of like a Zelda-esque meets Octopath Traveler.
So you mean to tell me this thing's been out like over a week? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. So this is called the Adventures of Elliot.
So
So have you go and take a look.
I
at
muted it just
Yeah.
as
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know how much of the video we can go over, but
To pass through that door is to pass
So-
through time.
it kind of looks like the
To travel a
HGTV.
road spanning
Yeah.
centuries.
You kind of
From
see like
here-
the Octopath.
Heroes set out
It
on a
has
journey
yeah,
of hope.
see, so it is HD2D, but it kind of looks like Zelda as well. With the
Square
like, you have the
Enix
bombs and
presents
the sword.
a brand
Things
new
like
that. Or like
action
the
RPG
Secret of
brought to life
Secret
in
of Mana.
HD 2D.
Like something
Because how
like
the
that.
enemies are there and you're slashing.
This
Like you
is
got this- you get to see
Philibildia,
the
a
enemies,
continent
kinda like in
overrun by beast
Secret of
tribes.
Mana.
A spell of
Then you have, like, these
safekeeping
puzzle
is all
elements,
that protects
kinda like Zelda.
humanity's sole bastion, the Kingdom of
These are
Huther.
adventures.
One fateful day,
I'm
a
wondering
set of
how hard
ruins is
it's gonna
discovered
be
in the
to,
wilds,
like,
beyond the castle walls.
Kind of get this guy.
An adventurer,
And then like
Elliot,
this fairy
leaves the
companion
kingdom
probably gonna give
to
you the
investigate.
different elements.
Facing danger
know,
is what
and then
adventurers
you'll-
do.
At his
How
side
can
is a
you
fairy
like-
named
You'll
Faye.
free some.
But I'm curious to know about how they're going to get
Together,
like,
the
Adventures of
duo
Elliot.
venture beyond the kingdom's
is it gonna be
protection
something
into
that-
the
is it
great
gonna take
wide
off?
world.
Is
I mean,
gonna
it
be
looks
something-
pretty
During
cool.
It
your
looks
journey,
cool, but, I
you'll
mean,
come face to
I mean,
face
shoot 'em
with
the-
all
with
sorts of
lots arrows.
foes.
He has
You
the
gotta
charge
think of
sword
the
In
story
battle,
now.
Zelda.
study your opponent's moves
Is he
carefully
just a
and
kid
find
who's going on
opportunities
adventures
to
and that's it?
strike.
That's pretty
Fight
cool.
with
The chain.
swords for quick
That's
and
pretty cool. I like
well-balanced
that chain.
strikes.
You got the bombs.
That's
Bows
kinda
and
like,
arrows to target
Final Fantasy
enemies from
Adventures,
afar.
the chain.
Chains
But
and
the
sickles
thing
to
you-
swing and pull enemies
Build
closer,
up,
and
your
more.
abilities and stuff.
There are 7 weapon
Oh,
types in
okay.
total, but that's not all.
Rainbow Guardians,
You
you
can
got
also
guys.
strengthen your
See, that's
weapons by
pretty cool.
equipping
That's what I wonder
different
if,
combinations
that's
of
gonna be
magicite.
Yeah, and then you have your
Try out
tools
all
with
sorts
your
of variations to find the playstyle
Looks
that
like
works
you
for
can
you.
send your Fairy to go and attack. Yeah, or like to, do like
Your
that one.
fairy
Two-player
companion, Faye,
mode
can
available
also
as well.
attack
So I wonder is it
and
two-player
pick up items.
local or two-player online?
No,
You
it's
can
two-player
control
local
both
because
Elliot
second
and
person
Faye
is just
separately, or
controlling the,
2 players can control them at the
fairy.
same time.
So they're not really.
You'll find that she's
they're
very
not really doing
helpful
too
on
much,
your
huh?
adventure.
They'll probably just help you, like, lift up the thing, do this thing. And
Join
I mean, I can
Elliot
see the
and Faye
monsters
on a
have,
grand
little
journey that,
Zelda
unknown to them, will
type,
span 1,000 years.
vibe to them.
Yeah.
Because, like, each one has,
The
like,
Adventures of
the
Elliot.
tongue's the weakness, so I gotta shoot an arrow or bomb the tongue and stuff. So it
Mhm.
looks pretty cool.
It does.
But the one thing that I think is the problem is it's on Nintendo. Like they already have Zelda.
That's a good thing though, because
So
if
it's from Square Enix. So maybe if this goes multi-platform or like
I actually
first
think it
on
might be
Nintendo,
multi-platform, right?
I think it's only on Switch
Wasn't
too.
this just shown that
It was at the Nintendo Direct.
this is at the Nintendo Direct, but it might be.
I mean, it might be.
If it's multi-platform, first of all, I think the game kind of looked like it has the Octopath Traveler HD 2D,
Mhm.
but also it kind of remind me of like a Zelda.
Yeah.
That's what because it seemed like it's just kind of a knockoff of it with the bombs and the
Yeah.
arrows and
And
things
that's
like
what
that.
I was saying. I was saying that if it's only on Nintendo,
Mm-hmm.
you already have a Zelda. Now, if this goes multi-platform, then that would be
I got my phone here.
like that would be pretty good because then you have like a Zelda clone on your PlayStation or on your Xbox to go play.
The Adventures of Elliot.
Like I think it's only
Let me see.
Nintendo.
So it's multi-platform.
Oh, is it?
So the debut demo it was on Nintendo Switch, but it
Mhm.
says it's coming for Switch, Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Okay.
So it is multi-platform.
Then that's gonna be good because then if this sells a lot,
Yeah.
this sells a lot, then that's gonna be good because the other systems, suffer from not having a Zelda
Mhm.
clone because like Mario, Zelda, all those ones are super popular on Nintendo that never comes to the other platform. So Square Enix is doing a thing there.
So
that's
getting
different.
it, I think I'll get it for PlayStation, and I'd probably get it for Nintendo Switch
Mhm.
just to have it as a
like when you travel and stuff like
Yeah.
that to go kind of play.
have it like that. So I might buy the physical copy because But games like this, I like to have a brand new copy and a used copy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'll that's probably what I'm going to do there. But I'll probably play it on the PlayStation. But overall, I mean, I think
It looks good.
it looks good, but I think the of course you need more of the demo. You need more
Yeah, of this what the
stories
about.
like things like that. Like you kind of just showed off a little bit of stuff, kind of gameplay mechanics, but like not enough of. So now maybe I just gotta play the demo now and see what happens with this. But overall, I think it's good. Hopefully, this is a new the Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales. Hopefully, that's like it's gonna be a new one, like a Octopath Traveler.
multiple games and stuff.
Be able to take off like that.
All right, so
sounds good.
The next one is Battlefield 6 beta came out.
Oh, I played that.
You've played that.
Yes.
So tell us your thoughts about that, and then I'll tell you what the crowd is talking about.
I'll tell you right now, I own some noobs in there. I haven't played like a Call of Duty in years, but this one actually looked.
This is Battlefield, not Call of Duty.
Yeah, I know, but it reminded me of like a whole old school Modern Warfare. So I said, you know what, let me just try it because, beta's out. I'll tell you, I haven't played Battlefield in years since like Battlefield 5 when we got it for free. That one wasn't that good. I haven't really played like a Modern Warfare game since, like Modern Warfare 3 of the original ones on the PS3. So it was like, for me to kind of try your beta was actually like you sold to try to get me in there. But when I played it, had no idea what I was doing, but I was just jumping around killing some noobs. And I mean, I actually, if people care, my kill death ratio was actually really good. The only thing I do not like about this game, and it's probably because I would be new to it, is they have like squads. So I was on a group of, I think like 3 or 4 was my team, even though we were on a domination map of like 32. So they split our teams up, like 4 teams of 4, but I believe 16 on each side. So that's the only thing I don't like, because I feel like it's not for me, like I'm not good, so
it's not competitive.
So I'm gonna be in somebody's squad who needs to carry me. But overall, it was fun. I enjoyed playing it. I only got to play a little bit of the beta just because time wise.
Well, not just that, they're only having like so many days.
Well, they did it over the weekend. So I tried it over the weekend, but it was fun. I enjoyed playing it. I thought it was something that possibly for me, like trophy wise, I think is the only reason why I wouldn't buy it if the trophies are like super hard. But because I played this one, it was fun. So I think Battlefield 6 could return if it truly is like a Modern Warfare. I think they could return to kind of the dominance that they once had. And I think that they could do a good job. The last
Battlefield I played was Battlefield 4, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
The only thing that was like I didn't like, but this is basically the Battlefield, is so much going on at one time that it was kind of like
that happens with all these games,
you come back, you like fly a plane, you got shot down, you just came back for like 5 seconds, you come there, you get into a tank, it blows up, you're not there. So it's like you're dying so much time, so much stuff's going on, you're trying to get to the objective, like all that. But that's basically how war is. Like so much stuff's going on, you got to be able to adapt and do all that stuff like that, where Call of Duty will never do it. Well, this game, more focus on Black Ops 7. This game has had, just in the beta, so much people playing that it said that it surpassed Call of Duty when Call of Duty had their beta.
When I went to play the beta, I couldn't get in at first because it was maxed out.
Yeah.
So I had to wait in a queue, and then finally I was able to get in the queue and play it. But
a lot of people are, mainly it's the Microsoft people are mad because PlayStation has the exclusive rights to Battlefield for their add-ons, DLCs.
Oh, do they? I didn't know that.
They'll come out.
Actually let them, huh?
It'll come out first for them, then comes out multi-platform for it. Kind of like the opposite of like how Call of Duty used to be a Sony one, then Microsoft bought it out. So, from what I was watching other YouTubers and stuff like that play the Battlefield one, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a massive Call of Duty type style up on there. It looks like it would be kind of hard to like if you did trophy wise to
Yeah.
actually try to.
That's why I'm wondering if
Do
they're
it.
just gonna make the trophies easy. Like if they do have a campaign, I'm hoping what they need to do is just keep it simple. Like a campaign, people who like the campaign play through your story, and a whole like multiplayer. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't need like a zombies or a
Yeah,
this
well,
or that.
in my opinion, I
So.
just think it should just be multiplayer for all these type of games like that because
Mhm.
they always suffer on the campaign. The campaign always usually sucks,
But
especially
sometimes
like
it's good.
especially like with Call of Duty. Like they always have to now have campaign, multiplayer, zombies.
And people
You
like
know,
the zombies usually.
and then now they have their like Warzone one that's kind of like Fortnite.
Yeah.
And I'm like, most of your traffic is on the online portion. So I think just make the online portion. Just
Mhm.
have the portal where you just launch it. It's just online.
Mhm.
You just play that stuff because that's where most of your traffic is, most of your money is, where the microtransactions and stuff like that. So you should just focus on that. Don't do the campaign on it because you're wasting, in my opinion, you're wasting assets
Yeah.
of people creating these campaigns. And most of the time, like they want it to be like 16 to 20 hours for the campaign, and it's a crappy story.
But you might be able to sell somebody who just likes playing campaign games.
Well, then just have
And
a separate campaign, like where you could just buy the campaign.
I think it gets
like,
a little tough because you got to think if they're completing a full game, they would rather be able to sell a game at like $70 than to have each game at like $20 here and $20
yeah,
there.
but most
stuff
people
like
are not
that,
going to
so.
buy it for the full effect because, like, how many Black Ops sequels do you need, or how many Modern Warfare
7
sequels
apparently.
do you need? Like
6 apparently.
I mean, you should have made, Ghost,
Yeah.
or go back to like your other ones that Advanced Warfare or something like that.
But, I mean, overall, I was pleased with this beta. So.
Oh, and one of the stories that we forgot to talk about that I noticed on our show notes was, what have we been playing?
Nothing.
So
well, we don't play games anymore. So
I recently platinumed Grandia 2, and I started Octopath Traveler from recommendations from Robert. And usually his taste on recommendations isn't really that great because he had me play the Hellblade game. And he was like,
game.
it's a real good game. I played this
game.
game and I said, this game is crap.
That's why the
game,
second game's coming out this
this
week.
game's
so,
not
on the
good at
PlayStation.
all. So I didn't really trust him with a bunch of recommendations on there because I'm like, most of his recommendations weren't really that good. But I saw him recommend Octopath Traveler, and I know with all these other ones there, I'm like, Octopath Traveler would probably be good because I like these games that you have to have a grind in
It's a good game.
to level
it's a good
up.
game.
So I'm pretty much almost done
Thing already
with the game. I'm
be
starting. Nice. Well, I'm trying to get all 8 characters. I have 2 more characters to get to complete their origin story.
Their story, yeah.
I haven't decided on whether, like, I mean, I could skip their opening, but I feel like I should know their.
You want to
their
watch the story?
Yeah,
Seems pretty cool.
and then go and play that.
Who was your starting character?
Olbeck, the warrior guy.
And how are you liking Olbeck?
He's pretty awesome. I mean, now that I got his advanced class, which is like the warmonger or whatever.
Yeah.
On there, so now he can use any weapon on there.
That's cool.
I think he's OP then because like you can attack every enemy like 5 or 6 times with the sword.
Well, everybody says that Tressa's the one who's OP.
I personally don't like.
Because you change her to the Rune Lord.
Yeah, I have her as a Rune Lord, but I really don't play with her as much. Like my starting 4 right now is Olbeck, Trissa. I have Cyrus, which is the Black Mage, and I turned him into a sorcerer, so I think he'd be more OP'd.
Yeah.
And then I have the thief guy, Therion.
That's who I started.
Those are the 4 that I have, and now I'm going around getting the remaining 4 characters. Therion, I turned him into a warrior so that his attack and all that stuff will, um, be better, and he can use the blades and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I like Therion on there because
Therion's
I
fun.
can
like
open
him.
up those treasure boxes that you can't really.
I mean, not
open.
only just that, I like the fact that at least when I'm playing, because I've only got 3 characters right now, but he can do the whole like give SP and then steal SP, so I think that's pretty cool. So I can just constantly like, oh, give SP, get it back, give SP, give. So he's pretty cool. I like him.
I like though that the fact that the different job classes you can all learn. Like once you master the job class, you can learn the abilities on it.
Yeah, that's what's
because
pretty
they have one where you break damage limit, so you go surpass 9,999, you can go with the 99,000.
Yeah,
and there's a trophy related to getting that damage, which I'm like, that's pretty cool that they actually have the ability, because then each of your character can surpass that damage. So you can make any of them pretty much then OP'd, and you can take out the enemies.
That's good. That's good.
So I'm looking forward to that. I'll probably be, by the time the next of this podcast is recorded, I'll probably have it platinum, and I'll probably start part 2. I heard part 2 is way better than the first.
That's what I heard too. So I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I'll see it, but I'm looking forward to Octopath Zero. The only thing I find that might be a downfall is that they have way too many characters. I heard that there's like 16 characters.
That's not bad. It's like building a job class in a
but the problem I would have is, if they still do like the whole origin stories in there, you got to do all 16, origin story like that.
But you might have to, but you also got to think the reason why there's, because the whole Octopath is because of 8 stories.
Yeah,
so you got to think
16.
They could have called Octopath times 2.
They could have.
But you got to think, why is there 16 characters? Is it just to throw fluff, or is it like, are they all a part of something to be able to?
Yeah,
so.
But now I'm
excited for the game.
Well, now in Zero, you get to create your own character on there. So I don't know how. Like, are they going to have 16 different classes for each of those characters?
They probably will.
Or are they going to just have 8 and then like 8 superior ones, so that then you can.
That's a possibility as well, because that's what they do. In this one, they have 8, but they only have 4.
They have 4,
kind of like the 4
super
superior ones. Yeah. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it in the second one, which I'll check it out afterward. I'm trying to clean up my palette of games before Final Fantasy Tactics comes out, because I'm going to be playing that most of the time. Yeah,
we're almost we're what, like 90 days out till the game comes. So
yep. So
45. Sorry, I can't.
So that's pretty much that's pretty much all the stories that we have.
You don't care what I was playing?
Oh yeah,
I see how it is.
I thought you said you weren't playing anything. What were you playing?
I tried out. I'm still with the Uden Chronicles, things like that. But I tried out Lies of P.
Okay.
So, because that's
how are you liking it?
It's interesting because I'm not good at those Souls type games.
Better or not as good as the other Souls-like games, like Bloodborne or Neo?
I can't really compare it too much because
you're only in the beginning.
Well, not only that is because I've never really, because I'm not good at these games. I just want to try it because everybody talks about it. So, I mean, it's hard. It's a little tough for me because I can't do the whole block mechanics and things like that. So it gets a little tough for me to do that. Overall, I think the story's a little weird to me right now. I know you're supposed to be like Pinocchio, but it's just weird to me how they're doing the story. So I don't know. I got to give it some more time. I only played a couple hours of it after I took a break from the Uden Chronicles.
How far are you in Uden Chronicles?
Oh, can't talk about it. It's getting good right now, actually. I just got Sane. I'm playing his story, and his story's actually been really good. I got to the point where I'm trying to save this town, and he's trying to. I just got the Duke's Ulbrich. I dueled him, and so now Sane is trying to stop them from destroying this town. So he's trying to create a diversion. So I'm at that point where now I think I'm going to fight a boss
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of saved it at that portion.
You're gonna escape on a like a tank type thing.
But overall, the singing story has been really good. So I've been enjoying it.
I liked, in my opinion, the least popular story was Marissa's.
I like playing with Marissa. She was cool.
Yeah, but I didn't think her story really would, like, one, I didn't think it really fit in as well.
Yeah.
On there. And Sane, I think, had a way stronger story than Noah's.
Mm-hmm.
Only because, like, Sane is more of, like, the purpose of, like, the military type one, where it's like, you know, his town may be getting affected. He's
royalty.
He's royalty there, so he has a duty to protect these people. Whereas, like Noah, his hometown got burnt down, and you know he's trying to.
I mean, he's coming up with a union, a resistance army to stop the war that's going on.
Yeah,
and that's basically his. But he doesn't have he's not noble or anything.
Yeah,
like
he doesn't have a background of it. That's why he has to have the strategist and stuff like that.
I played with Marissa. Marissa, I like her character. I can't wait to get there. Her story is coming up soon.
Yeah,
but
I mean, they do that pretty well of breaking off into each of the parts to get their story.
I mean, I'm almost done with the game.
The DLC is not as good.
Yeah,
on there because I've played everybody's DLC. The Sane's one is better because it gets more into the story of what happens after the stuff, and so you get to see characters that you haven't seen in the original game.
You haven't seen,
but you don't get to play, like, you don't only play with them in that
like very brief
story
yeah,
like the DLC, but you don't get to play with the other one.
Mm-hmm.
The one downfall about the DLC is I think they rushed it all. I think they brought it all out because that guy died.
Yeah,
and so they rushed it all out on there because most of these ones are not that good. And if you're trying to make this either the spiritual successor to Suikoden or a Suikoden killer,
yeah,
like this DLC didn't do anything.
I mean, overall the game's good. I think well, hopefully next time we have this podcast I can tell you I platinumed it. Don't think I will. I think it's gonna take me a little bit longer just because.
Well, I mean, all the Shi'ar races are going to.
It's been weird because I've been encountering a glitch. So I've made it to like the third one, but I can't pass it because it's a glitch.
Yeah.
So and it's weird because every time like I'm driving that boat thing, I try to turn a corner and it turns me around this way before I can. So I can't turn left. It flips me in a circle and then goes.
Because of your turbo.
Like
you're gonna have to slow down the turbo and then hurry up and bring it back up. It's annoying
it's
with
weird.
that glitch. I think it's only happens with the digital version.
Yeah,
I don't think the disc version has that problem because I think they fixed it. I don't think they fixed it. Well, obviously they didn't, but
yeah,
I don't think that they fixed it.
So it might be a little tough there.
Like
but...
I platinumed the game, but it took me probably over 100 tries to try to pass that race.
Oh, sweet! You got time to pass it for him.
Try to pass that race with that glitch of basically the glitch is like half the screen is taken off and you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to pretty much know where these turns are, where you have to go, so that then the screen can readjust itself to it. I don't know if it's because playing it on the PS5 and the PS4 version of it would be fine, or vice versa, where if you played the PS5 version, you wouldn't have any of this effect.
Mm-hmm.
But we're playing the PS4 version.
Yeah.
I don't know if you played it on PS4, if
still same
that
thing.
would have any of the effect up on it, because maybe the PS5 playing the PS4 version on PS5, like the processing is too fast, and that's why it messes it up. But I don't know. I just know that that's an annoying bug that they should look into to go get fixed. But I don't think that they will. So, but yeah, so that's all that we've been playing. Thanks for sticking around this long on there. I know this podcast is a little longer than normal, but we had more stories this time to go talk about. But yeah, tune in on to the next one on there. We actually have another podcast, which is a wrestling podcast, and it's called Tackles and Takedowns, because it's not just a wrestling podcast, but it also a football podcast.
Yeah, coming soon for football.
So you'll see probably on that channel when we're going to do a week by week picks on who we think are gonna win and see how much of those
Who wins?
Yeah, who wins between those picks on there to go see for the whole season. So look forward to that. Robert also has the Robert Roundup that he does every week.
Weekly news channel.
And he also does your collection videos.
Yeah, I do collection videos. I'm starting to do reaction videos,
Mhm.
review videos as well, as you saw here. So kind of dabble into a little bit of everything to try to see what I like, what you guys like, what works well. But yeah, so I'm just continue to hopefully do the grind, and hopefully you guys enjoy something.
Trying to build this channel up, all of our channels up there, trying to get more subscribers and stuff. So hit that subscribe button, the thumbs up,
just true gamers talking about true gaming stuff. So
yep,
that's what we're looking for.
We're just talking about games. We don't really try to bring politics into it, except for this one with the Roblox thing, because that's a big concerning thing that should be. I mean, it's about gaming, so that's pretty good.
Gaming, but it's more like a.
We're not going to be on here talking about the movies, because it's not a movie podcast. It's a gaming podcast.
Gaming.
There are two guys that grew up in the gaming era that love gaming, that play gaming, and continue to still play gaming, collecting gaming. So we're going to talk about
all about gaming.
And there's probably other channels that do the same, but a lot of the ones that I've seen is they talk less about game and more about the news so they're more like journalists instead of.
And we're gonna give you our honest opinion on it. So like for instance, if Square gave us the code to this Adventures of Elliot, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, even if they give me a code.
And I will even tell Squareenix that I'll give you the honest opinion about it. If it's crap, I will tell everybody out there that it's crap. And if that ruins the chances of getting it like a code next time, oh well. I mean, at least it's honest to the
gamers.
People that watch it.
Like gamers got to start getting like true reviews, not because you gave me a code,
just not because you're sponsored by
like
a company that you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is really nice. Like you should give your honest review,
even if it hurts your feelings. Like,
because how are you going to approve as a company if all you're getting is yes man and this is good on there? How are you going to approve it? That's why the gaming industry right now is starting to go down, because when they bring out these games in like the test market, people are like, oh yeah, this game is really good, oh yeah, this game is going to sell like billions of copies, and then they bring it out and it bombs.
Maybe that's for the next one. But
yeah, so thanks for watching this video. Sorry that it's a little bit longer, but we have we have
more to talk about. God bless you guys, and remember, keep gaming, guys.
Keep gaming, guys.
Thanks,
never stop playing. Thank you.